A very good morning to one and all, and welcome to edCafe. This is your host Mansi, and today we have a very special guest with us. She has been honored with the highest civilian Karamveer Chakra by United Nations I Congo. She is the global chairperson of MENTORx, women providing coaching to women leaders, empowering them to top women executives and entrepreneurs. She is also an educationist, international youth mentor, corporate trainer, social activist, and whatnot. Today we have a very special guest with us. Welcome, Dr. Nancy Juneja.
It's wonderful to be there at Cafe, and Mansi, you've been really wonderful host.
Thank you so much. So please tell our audiences about you.
Yeah, so this is like, you know, opening a book, which is a mystery in itself. You've given a very fancy intro, which looks really amazing today, but nothing comes easy. Exactly. I feel it has been a long journey of more than 2 decades now in education arena. You know, started back in 2003. And you know, from them it's no looking back, Mansi. You know, I have observed myself as a student or as a mentor all through my life. I say student as a lifelong learner. You know, I'm graduate from Delhi University, become honors, then followed by Delhi School of Economics and IIT Delhi. I mean, I feel happy to see all these wonderful premium institutions, and then I got, you know, allured to transform the Indian education system bit by bit. You know, it became a habit. So each year I used to conduct education research over different skill set needed for students to be par excellence in their career, and I landed up proposing life skills curriculum in CBSE around in 2006 by my entrepreneur venture REVUP Life Skills Unit, which is now around in 300 schools, 250 B schools. And then definitely MENTORx is something very close to my heart, because it makes people dream come true. So while I see a rewarding journey now, I feel giving back to society, which we are doing with MENTORx, a startup ecosystem which is leveraging and connecting billions of students, startup, youth ambassadors, entrepreneurs to their ideal stage.
A lot. It has been a lot in this 20 years, I guess, 2 decades.
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
Oh my God. So, like, out of curiosity, I am just asking one question, and that is like, what made you land to the education sector, like to the education industry? Like, what was the motivation behind getting landed to the education industry?
See, trust me, now you call in 21st century education industry, we can call it as an education industry, or we can call that I'm an edupreneur. But trust me, when I started, it was purely being an academician, it was purely being an educationist. So once educationist, lifelong educationist. So I belong to a family who run education institutions in heart of Delhi, in Dwarka, by the name of Shanti Gyan Vidyapeeth and Shanti Gyan Niketan School. So while I used to visit my family school and like interact with the golden triangle, I say, the parents, the teachers and the students, I used to feel that there is something which lacks down. Though academically we are brilliant, we have wonderful subjects over, but still there is something that people need to fulfill from where they are to where they want to be. So we have to bridge this gap. And what was that? Was life skills. So that is what made me research, deep dive into education, that what we need apart from the 4 walls of the school, and probably just doing the normal subjects, math, science, social science and so on and on, which we might not use when we are entrepreneur, like the bookworms. So that made me really interested. And then lifelong I've been connected with so many conferences. I don't have a number now how many conferences I've attended on national level, international level. So while we talk to wonderful network, bright people, I always say bright things happen when bright people come together. So that raised my arena in education. education industry as such say, and one thing plugged on with another.
Oh, nice. So as you said, like you said about the life skills that you have been a part of life skills. So what do you have to say about reshaping of education when talking about entrepreneur learning and the life skills?
Yeah, so this is really a wonderful, I'll say, question which will put forward the current scenario. So trust me, today we're living in a time where education is not just the bookish knowledge, and life skills is also literally, if we say the definition, it is like skills needed to, you know, lead a wonderful, successful life. But life is never A to B, B to Z. Who knows, you know, what twists and turns life gives you, and it is a roller coaster ride. You know, for specifically for the students, for the professionals, we've seen in last 2 years that life is so volatile that we understood, you know, sitting at home and, you know, running schools at home, that EQ is more important than IQ. You know, so life skills, then people understand. Till now people used to say, okay, what you do, what is life skills and why it is needed, I mean, you know, where is the cutting edge. So I always wanted them to explain that everything ages, but what doesn't age is your talent. So let's capitalize your talent in the youth, because once they believe in their own self, their skills, they can do anything. The word is in their hands, you know. So this is the age where we are capitalizing on our skills. So yes, life skills is what I propagate always. And coming to entrepreneur skills, that is that brings a huge smile on my face, because trust me, I mean, I am a first generation entrepreneur, and I'll say what entrepreneurship we see, to all our viewers who are seeing us, what we see entrepreneur as a very glorious journey, or what we see in the startup world, the land of unicorns, it is that glory, but it's not that easy at all.
Exactly.
It is not that easy.
You need to just ran yourself so much to being an entrepreneur. I mean, you have to work so hard for it. Like people assume that, you know, oh my god, you started your own business, that's a startup, you're an entrepreneur now, but they do not know the risk management that the person has taken, that the individual person has taken, right? First of all, investing your capital money, then thinking about chalega, nahi chalega, what will happen, and then doing things out of the urge, out of your comfort. So that has been like entrepreneur learning. But what do you think, like, do you think that entrepreneur learning should be started in the early age in the students?
So that's really nice, and you've set the memento. I feel, you know, early age, yes, formative years, I believe all our like life skills impartation and entrepreneurship skills that develops are like way high. I am dealing with you know, the students, like my youngest student who just got a funding, you know, can you beat that, for and her entrepreneurship venture is at the age of 13. You know, we never could have thought that this thing would happen at when we started. Like, we were the one who were really spectacle of discussing our idea also at the age of 21, 22, that to our parents even, that boss, we want to be entrepreneur.
And your parents, like, to be very honest, at that, like, आज से पहले entrepreneur के बारे में अगर हम अपने parents को बोलते भी थे, तो they would like, नहीं पैसे अगर बर्बाद हो गए, पैसा पेड़ पे नहीं उगता. This is what we used to say. पैसा पेड़ पे नहीं उगता.
It's not easy to earn.
आप 2-3 लाख रुपए लगा दोगे, कल को अगर by chance you get in a loss, then what? So they do not, उनको एक होता है ना कि हमने जो generation wise generation जो सीखा है, like हमारे जो ऊपर वाली generation है, उनको risk management लेने में थोड़ा like they are a
time लगता है.
Exactly.
I feel, see, there are two ways to it. Now there are two sides of every coin.
Exactly.
So if I see my grandpa, like he has started from scratch. He was you know, what it as a self-made man.
Exactly.
You know, and he was the one who put me right there. Being a girl, no one worked for my family. I was the first one, and he was the one who said that you have it in you. Why not you begin something on your own? So he didn't took any entrepreneur sessions as such. See, very true. So mentors for them were by observing, whoever were surroundings and outside factors. Yes, now we can't you know, focus at that kind of mentoring, because mentoring is new age mentoring. Life skills has become new age life skills. Entrepreneurship is Gen Z entrepreneurship today. So everything has changed. You know, blackboards changed to glass rooms today. So at the click, students are learning, you know, be it Google, be it any of the talk shows like this, the Young Turks, and so many things are available that today it is a dumping ground of ideas. Now you have to see which idea works for you and which not. So for that, you know, the mentor is needed.
Yeah.
It is very much needed to start entrepreneurship skills in formative years, life skills or entrepreneurship skills. Because see, what are life skills? The way, according to WHO, UNESCO, we say that all these life skills that like, you know, public speaking and decision making, problem solving, design thinking, communication skills, all of these are life skills. Yes, we have to be pro in that. But accordingly, if you see, by the age of 2-3, I see my daughter of 4 years being so advanced, you know, more than me in technology. I'll tell you, I mean, the way she downloads app and play all the games, that's not my part, you know, and she's pro in it. So who taught her? It is by observing.
Exactly.
And if she doesn't know, she's asking that how to download it. Now the question how to download from a 4 to 5 years is Gen Next. It is like welcome to Gen Z generation, which is far better, far excellent than us. You know, so it's not
far
a generation gap.
Informative about the updated technology.
Exactly, exactly. So it is not the generation gap. It is like 5 years now, you know, that we need to update ourselves. So it's better we start early, tell them, they will learn from outside factors. So why not tell them and make it at a part of your curriculum only. AI has revamped education like anything today.
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Metaverse.
Exactly.
And now Metaverse is a boom in education sector also. Like people are working in the education part of the Metaverse. So as you talked about new age life skills, talking about the financial concept, like the financial literacy to the students, of course, like in the early age. Do you believe that there should be any kind of an extra curriculum subject or maybe a moral lesson to the students, or maybe not even in the schools, but parents should make their students understand about the financial concept? There should be a financial literacy so that they get to know, मतलब अपने early age से उनको ये समझ आने लग जाए कि
how to save, how to invest, and what is it all about?
How to invest, how to waste.
Exactly.
So all the things. What do you have to say about this?
Of course, you know, as you know, we are booming up. You see, class 8, 7th student today are reallocating out of India or within the states. They have to manage on this themselves. So you know, be it financial literacy, be it any kind of things that they're doing. So definitely, you know, we offer all these education modules in the school also, and apart from the school as also in the weekend also, people are, you know, utilizing their time and coming for this financial literacy workshops, which is the need of the hour. I'm not telling that they sit, you know, children are sitting in the family discussions and telling their parents where to invest, but they should have a know-how that what they're talking about, what is life insurance.
Exactly.
You know, they should have the importance of it. Okay, so I have this much money, so why the 80-20 rule is there? Why it is that 20% has to be saved? And then we have to think what, you know, beyond 80% we have to do. Who is Warren Buffett? So they should know all of this. So you know, once they know all of this, they will deep dive into it. See, the students, the children, the youth of the nation, they are nation builders. So they have all the knowledge, they have all the energy.
And India has the maximum population of youth, 50 to 60% youth.
Exactly, 60% is the youth. And you know, while talking to them, they're so fast these days that they ask for the pocket money at the age of 6 to 7 years too. So once they know the concept, where to spend, how to spend, it is very important.
But now, as you said, like they ask for the pocket money in the age of 6 and 7. Now that is what the main thing is, that parents need to make them understand, okay, I am giving you $1,000 for a week or maybe for a month. Now you have to make sure that how are you going to use it. Make it double if you can. You can just divide it in like 30 days or maybe a week.
Of course.
And if you want to waste it on a single day, you can do that.
See, it's not about like saving, wasting, investing, and that is what they're not investing for the family. But by doing all this, what are they developing? Ultimately, life skills.
Exactly.
They are developing decision making. They are making their own choices. They're getting the independence. So while they talk to people for buying, they're getting the communication skills.
Exactly.
So once you are dealing with all this, ultimately life skills are embedded in your system. And trust me, once you are deep rooted in your skills, no matter what, the success, the taste, whatever you taste success, you'll always be down to earth. You'll always be deep rooted to your culture, to your values that you've learned, you know, in your family as well as in your schools. So it is very important to start this in formative years as early, even as 5. So we have all these age groups. Kids is like 5 to 8, pre-teens is 9 to 12, then teenage. And because teenage is doing startup. I mean, elementary education today, the government of India is doing so much. Class 6 students are, you know, budding kid entrepreneur today. So why not?
Yeah, I mean, as we discussed it earlier too, like in my recent LinkedIn activity, I just saw a viral post where like 6 or maybe I guess 6th or 7th के बच्चे होंगे, and because they were just bored at their home, so they started कि why not just go for a stall. हम lemon stall लगा लेते हैं, lemon soda stall, and we sell it for 10 rupees, and they just put it their stall outside their houses.
Of
so
course.
See, now this brings the mindset to the student. बेशक उन्होंने तो fun में किया, but if we see that entrepreneurship, leadership skills, of course, how to manage with your friends, like
team management, responsible taking, accountability. There's so much that they're learning in-house,
and like asking money from their parents, like आप मेरे को 100 rupees में, I have to bring lemon and sugar and of course water, तो चलो घर पे मिल जाएगा.
As you've given the example, there's so many. I mean, I see so many NGOs opening like this, entrepreneurship ventures opening like this. The people who are you know, they are vet clinics for the pets, which children are doing as a, you know, entrepreneurship venture. There's so many who, you know, went to airport while traveling with their parents, and they were in queue for weighing the suitcase, and they developed electronic suitcase. So, you know, there are people who come to us like every day, every week. We are judging around 40 to 50 hackathons, ideathons, and we are amazed with the kind of, you know, ideas the students come up with. That, you know, they're coming up with visually impaired, you know, a device like mouse, very small, which tells them, you know, what is next and how to save themselves. So the kind of thought which goes beyond is wow. They are developing the shoes which tell them how many steps they have taken in a day. So it is mind blowing to see what
exactly. Sometimes I mean, I like go to the LinkedIn activities, and I see student of, like you said, 12-13-year-old age starting their own something or the other product or service, and that is flabbergasting.
It is.
You cannot even, like, people who are like 40 or 50 also, they cannot even think like that.
It is breaking the stereotypes.
Exactly.
It is like, you know, coming out of box.
Exactly. It's not like now there was a time when you used to say ना कि जब बड़े decision लेते हैं,
exactly,
या बड़ों को करने दो, you are immature right now. But now I can see that student have these in like जो भी ideas, decision making उन्होंने बचपन से जो भी कर रहे हैं, and that is what is making them
exactly.
You know, I can start this. Why can I do? Why can I do
this early success matter a lot in life.
Exactly.
Once you get this early kick starts, you know, that you've been, it is not just the awards and the medals on the stages. Once your experience give you reward, that you started something and
practical
people are talking upon it, that work ethics make you empowered for life. So once you are up in your journey, wherever you are in the world, you can create yourself. That is what happens, and that is what education we need. We are really away from the bookish knowledge. It is very much required academics. With due respect, I was a bookworm and I was a topper of my school, but trust me, in my entrepreneurship journey, if I look what I used, yes, it is used, but more with that, what I used was the activities and the clubs I was part of. I was part of public speaking club and you know, Gargi College, Gargi Extension Services. Then to raise even funds for the fest, that was entrepreneurship. We used to go to each and every bank and each and every showrooms and actually knock them up and you know ask for sponsorships. So all this experience, you know, getting to the radio channels, working in NDTV or other channels as an internship, all of this I did in my graduation. I was at the age of 17-18. I never knew that very experience which will help me now. So at one time I'm recording in FM radio for my college, and one time I'm calling, you know, the guy to cut the grass for the fest, and the tent person also. So you know, that multitasking, that decision making, that asking, because we are from families, we feel we cannot ask.
Exactly.
So but that asking for sponsorships made you break many barriers.
Exactly.
That this is the word.
And that made you don't realize at that point of time, because at that point of time we are at the youngest of, like, you know, the young blood.
Exactly.
And we
Raw,
have so much
raw.
we are so much raw, and we have like so much of like hyper blood at that point of time that we can do anything. Anything. But we do not realize this ki, yes, if we are going to do this, somewhere or the other in our future we'll understand the concept ki हाँ भाई इसके वजह से
Mansi, whatever happens in your life, whatever you do in your life, it comes by. It's a 360 degree. Life is 360 degree. Whoever is helping you out will come back. You will get a chance to give back. And trust me, it is like the golden key is keep connected to each one. You know, the network is your network. That is it. In today's world, you know, empty pockets cannot hold anyone back. Empty head and empty heart can. So trust me, if the people have lack of finances, if they have good idea, they're potential investors. They just know how to pitch upon right time and right place. That is what we do with MENTORx. We incubate, we help them, you know, from the execution stage to ideation stage. You know, and we see people, we are not bothered which background they are from. We are just thinking upon what idea they've got, and we get them the things done.
And sometimes people do get some flabbergasting ideas. Like maybe they are not financially so strong, but when you listen to them, you're like, wow. So that happens a lot. As we talked about the financial literacy, as we have talked about the life skills, as we have talked about the new age life skills, my next question would be around what do you have to say about the technological companies that are coming and that are supporting the implementation of education technology when we talk about edtech? So what do you have to say about these companies?
So definitely, you know, technology is an integral part today. So we need to accept it. There's no way out. If you don't, you know, integrate it, you're somewhere behind, you know, the show. So surely these companies are helping us in a huge regard in education institutions, be it with the ERP systems or the accounting or managing the records of our students, many things. So, you know, the task which used to be cumbersome and we used to, depend upon our staff, it is like, you know, cut down to the less number of staff and more of less working hours and more of efficiency. So which is the need of the hour.
Exactly. And as we noticed one thing, and that is that after pandemic everything was on your laptop, and the teachers, students, management, they all have to do it on your laptop or maybe on the single click, whatever you say. And people, the technological companies who are coming up with the ERP solution system, like for example, we also have one of our product that is SIS, Student Information System, and that's a 360 solution where we provide with 25 plus modules. You started from the registration management and you go to the alumni management. So now these things create the the efficiency towards the school organization. Like, see, you have everything on just your single website or maybe a single portal. So that these companies who are coming up with these edtech concept, I believe that people should start initiating, should start understanding about this ERP software solutions and all, because still, not talking about the metropolitan cities, but tier 2, tier B, tier C cities, still people are a bit
reluctant towards advancement in technology.
Yeah, they're like,
so that will, this sea change will happen when the technological companies have empathy to give time to make the teachers educate. Because trust me, the schools in India specifically, like I've traveled around in different countries researching education, but India is basically into a lot of curriculum. So the teachers are just concerned about what to cover in that whole year, more than how technology can help them. Maybe technology helps them in
also there is they have to be out of their comfort zone to be
so yeah, one has to be comfortable to be out of the comfort zone, definitely, for progress. For that, the technology companies, if they really want to peep in the education system and cut what is running from 30-40 years, that is a big breakthrough, to peep into the system which is already running very well. So you have to come to a family, it is something like that which is already running well with its family members. So once you do it, you need to make them comfortable. The teachers will be comfortable, the management always wants progress, you need to make them understand, entire stakeholders, that this will benefit you only in your working. And then some of the specialized workshops, I feel
training session, workshops, exactly.
So because you know, trust me, professional development is needed at any stage, and in today's era, technology advancement, the teachers, the staff and faculty should be aware of.
Because like after the pandemic, I saw one thing, and that was that teachers were trying to get the knowledge from the students itself, right, about the technology. When we talk about, they're like, acha ye kaise hoga, and that is even good.
Exactly.
Like, you know, learning and without any, like, you know, shame that I am, like, you know, old.
I cannot like correlate with shame and learning in one sentence rather, because once you learn, there's no looking back. You need to be lifelong learner if you want to grow in life.
And you
cannot be educationist, be it with any domain area. You need to learn a lot. And doesn't matter whether you're learning from your subordinate or your
anyone,
ahead. So that is what the learning should go on.
And learning is something that is like for the lifetime. Even at the last stage of your life, you still learn something or the other.
Exactly.
So that is important. Oh my god, this was so much of conversation that I even forgot the questions what I have to ask. So my last question would be around the online payment systems. Okay, so what recommendations do you have to give to the schools or maybe the organizations for like building the trust between the parents on having the transaction of like the financial transactions, when we talk about like online fee payment and everything like parents
many people are already doing it. I mean, they are doing it. So now there's any hiccups in that, because to last 2 years they were doing completely online, and even then if remote areas we have some schools, then definitely they want to come and pay, otherwise no one does.
But there is still you know, a lack of trust between the parents, because just because of all these cloning and all these scams which is happening on the online payment, and so as they believe that, you know, this website is safe or not. So that trust, how can we build that trust between the parents? Like some sort of sessions, or should we just
see one thing, it's all about trust, that the parents are giving their children to the school, you know, one thing. So once the parents are giving their children itself, they will trust whatever the school will say. So if the school management say that the system is valid, they will blindly trust it. And if we make them feel that okay, this is for your own good, and if they are comfortable with their banking transaction like that, otherwise as a school we don't peep in the privacy matters at all of the parents, and we don't feel like we are policy makers, we are you know, change makers of the society. So we tell them that this thing is available and it is up to you whether you want to adapt it now or later. Ultimately they have to adapt it, and there is no way out.
Otherwise India is never going to be a developed country. It will always be a developing country until people.
India is I don't know, I will definitely would love to correct it on it. I mean, we are on the global map. If you see the last statistics, India is all over. Be it, you know, defense, finance, education. So the developing country syndrome has gone somewhere. I don't know that, because wherever I represent India, be it, you know, women forums and the youth forums, I see people, Indians bringing glory in its sector.
And like in past 10 to 15 years, I've seen a lot of change that has happened.
Exactly.
Like if you talk about the technological advancement, or if you talk about the people initiating, coming towards the screens, towards or maybe they want to speak something. So that has been so
of
good.
Course, see, of course I'm proud of the country I belong to, but I'm a global citizen, and for the fact we do a lot of student delegation. We've already done in around 46 countries the women in student delegation, and you know, post COVID also we're resuming all of it. So we believe in cultural exchange, we believe in exchange of ideas, and I feel wherever I see, people are accepting and adapting it very well.
Exactly.
Whether it's Western education, whether it's holistic education, we talk about in India. So what we feel is, you know, specifically after 2 years, it is one word, one family that I see myself as a global citizen, you know, talking about each day to so many people in other continents. Like my students are not just from India, 70% are overseas. 4 AM I'm taking the sessions of Canada, Norway, US. I mean, it it is just all over. So you know, when I see a culture where it's hybrid system. I mean, the online classes nowadays, it's mixed. The people from Calcutta, Bihar, Ranchi are sitting with the people of US, Sweden, New York. We get a time in a day when we make them do the debating competitions, group discussions. So that's kind of revolution we've brought upon. So I basically started my journey with the public speaking mentoring. I don't know, that has come long way, and public speaking doesn't come up because I'm into hack of the other things now. So public speaking, we do all these debating forum. We do the biggest youth public speaking forum that is known as Euphoria every year, in which the students of 46 to 56 countries come together online and create a momentous freedom of expression.
Exactly. And that,
so we're living in that country where everything is being happening,
and exactly that brings us to the exchange of mind and ideas.
Of course.
And you get like all countries have different students, different culture, people talking to each other, gaining ideas from there, getting ideas from us.
It's respect for each other with the students have developed.
Exactly.
Now at the age of 6 to 8, they are thinking that okay, we need to visit this in this country. Otherwise it was all up to parents where they take them. So people students are vocal. The generation is vocal today that I want to go in India, outside India, and I want to explore out. People are living in youth hostel. Like there's so many people who are coming from Istanbul, Turkey to India to learn entrepreneurship from us. They're living in youth hostel provided by India. It is all sponsored by our country, and similarly our students are going abroad for learning all of this. So I feel learning is everywhere. This is the golden opportunity for all the students and youth to make the most of it and to get connected with the right mentor at the right time. Don't wait for that opportunity, because opportunity, there's something very funny about it. It comes very far. And mostly when you do it, you're not expecting it up. So you need to grab it up with both your hands unless it goes to other. That is it.
वही बात है ना कि opportunity चल के नहीं आएगी.
Exactly.
आपको देखना पड़ेगा.
Exactly. So if one door is closed, a student should know that we have to have options. We have to knock the other door. Exactly. It is nothing like asking. You need to ask for it. Only then you get in this word.
There should be a plan A, plan B, plan C.
Exactly. You should be persistent for your plan A, but if it doesn't work, so you have to be ready. The life goes on.
Exactly.
Because
not everything what you think you will just achieve.
Exactly.
Life is like opposite to what we think.
Life is a roller coaster ride.
Yeah, exactly.
But I feel by all these what we're discussing, life skills and financial literacy, entrepreneurship skills, technology advancement, we discuss so much on wonderful topics. I feel even if life passes a lemon, the people should know how to make a lemonade out of it. That is what you make out of life is the main thing. Life is beautiful. It is what you make out of it.
Exactly. Oh, it was a way too much of candid conversation that we had, and way too beautiful conversation.
Exactly.
Like I learned a lot about the entrepreneurial skills what you told, and the new age life skills what you told. It was amazing. Thank you so very much, ma'am, for being here, for let's say setting up your things, trying to inspire students about with your words. It was amazing. Before ending with this interview session, I would just like you to just sign this mug as a gesture of signature concept. I'm not going to say the name of the episode or the show, of course, but then we know that this concept is a bit resembled with some of the other episodes.
Sure, no worries at all. See, in this word we can't say that we can be mirror image of someone, but someone should be our idol. That
exactly.
Is so I feel this goes to all my students, on behalf of whom I've become Dr. Nancy Juneja. I was born as Nancy and they made me this, and definitely to the women part, MENTORx women being the global chairperson, this raises a bar to all the women who are nurturers, who are not only giving miracle birth to a miracle to youth, but who are nurturing themselves as well as the entire nation. So a toast to you, a toast to everyone out there who are watching us.
So
I believe we can sign it here.
Yeah, you can just sign it here.
That's beautiful. So I feel we should not stop till the time our signature becomes our autographs. And that is there. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It was really a wonderful candid discussion which makes you feel grateful about your own journey. It's really amazing. This is there. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was wonderful having such a beautiful conversation with you. Thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for staying with us in this interview session. We'll meet next time with some next educationist. Thank you. Please stay tuned.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.